Greetings, dear viewer. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to The Road to Luke Thompson.
All the earth shakes, shivers and breaks, and the walls that we build fall down and take its souls that we build, fall down and say goodbye.
My goodness, it has been over 2 years since my last Road 2 video. There's probably a few people watching this that have no idea what my Road 2 videos are. Well, they're basically concert vlogs. So whenever I go to a concert, I would just record what I did, try and make it as interesting as possible, and then include a bunch of live footage, of course. But yeah, good old 2020 kind of put a stop to concerts for a while, didn't it? I'm getting attacked by my CDs. There we go. Speaking of CDs, this is probably the most unattractive angle I could have possibly chosen. I'm literally just sitting on the floor in front of my CD shelf with a light just shining off my forehead. It's not a good setup, but I'm pressed for time because in half an hour the gig's supposed to start, and I figured, well, if I'm going to make a Road 2 video, I need to have an intro. So this is what that is. So the last Road 2 video I did was the Road to Holloway in the second half of 2020. Since then I have been to a couple of gigs, but that's all they were, just a couple of smaller gigs like Josie Moon, Sam Cullen, a couple more Holloway gigs. But this time I'm going to see Luke Thompson. What gave it away? So Luke Thompson is a New Zealand musician based in Wellington. He's doing a New Zealand tour at the moment, which I think is pretty cool, like, getting out there and actually doing a tour of the whole country. And basically he is a solo musician with a guitar and a wonderful voice. Now, he has the immense challenge of being one of those cliche white guy with guitars without being boring, and he absolutely nails it. Like, the production values on his actual studio albums, they're so good, with multi-instrumentation and just, again, such a wonderful voice. They remind me of the kind of things I'd listen to when I was younger, and my mum and dad would put on some chill, quiet album that would just be like a nice relaxing mood piece. But he also has a couple of songs that are actual bangers as well, and my favourites have to be The Climb, The Fall, Oh Christina, and Slow Boat to China. Even some of his modern ones like Adam and His Seed and Bury Me Where I Fall, like those kind of things. You may be aware of Luke Thompson through his slight affiliation with Passenger, and that's how I first got to see Luke Thompson, was back in Passenger's Auckland show in 2018. Luke Thompson was the opener. Now, I don't think Luke Thompson is on the Fly to the Crow Passenger album, but if you search on YouTube, Luke Thompson is in a Passenger video. Not like a music video, just like a acoustic session with friends. Because, Passenger, Mike Rosenberg does a lot of that. So before I ramble for too long, basically, I saw him live, I was really impressed with his work, so I picked up the 2 albums that were available at the concert, which were, of course, Strum EP and To the Common Dark. A couple years later I found this. It's To the Common Dark again, but it's this cool, like, pop open, I don't know, I just thought it was really cool, and it was only $4, so I figured it was worth getting the album again with some really neat art. It's just a cool kind of collector's thing, and I like to support the artists, and I might gift it on to someone one day, seeing as I've got a double up. But even more years later, in fact I think it was this year, I got his first album as well, again from Real Groovy up in Auckland, so that was kind of cool. And yeah, he's, long story short, just a musician I really enjoy. I enjoy his sound, and from what I remember from seeing him open for Passenger, is just like Passenger. He had the ability to take the sounds which on a studio recording has instruments and, like, there'll be drums, there'll be percussion, there might be some backing harmonica on violin. So how can you make that sound interesting when it's just you and your guitar? Well, he managed it. He did a really good job, whether it be stomping on stage or just doing funky things with the guitar. Audience interaction as well. Yeah, it was a really good time. I really enjoyed him opening for Passenger, and then I really enjoyed Passenger. I'm going to see Passenger in October this year, so it's kind of meant to be that he's doing this little tour. Now, before I cut to some concert footage, usually with a Road 2 video, I like to, show like, hey, this is me traveling, this is, going on a plane or a bus, and here's the cafes and stuff. But the thing is, what's changed since my last Road 2 video is I live in Wellington now. Hooray! Capital city! As a result, the road is literally just a road. Like, I'm about to go hop in my car, drive 10 minutes, and I'm there. At the event location, the venue is called 2 Todman. It's a very, very strange name for a place, 2 Todman. But, yeah, without further ado, Luke Thompson, live in Wellington, in 2 Todman. Huzzah! Off for our voyage of adventure. Step 1, Google Maps, because I've been here a year and I still don't know my way around. I know it seems silly, But that last 4 minutes of me just talking to camera was a bit nerve-wracking. I haven't done that in ages because I stopped making unscripted videos because I just tend to ramble on too much. But no, it seemed alright. It seemed to go well. I quickly revisited the footage before I left. I did say Luke Thompson's name about 20 times though, so sorry if that annoys you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. Just a nice, chill vibe, relaxing to some good tunes, seeing a talented artist, local artist as well. And also, it'll be nice to have a break from doing my weekly classic Doctor Who reviews, because at the time of recording, that's what I've been doing with my time. Working full time, 7 days a week, and then in my spare time making just nerdy little reviews. And it's fun, but it's tiring. So I'm just looking forward to this. I need this. I need a nice little night out. $2 an hour until midnight. But nothing will be more challenging than getting this antiquated piece of equipment working. Alright, word of warning to anybody watching. If you're ever going to park at the Penthouse Cinema, the parking machine, it's not where you pay. You pay in the cinema itself to use the car park. And the staff were like, I'm so sorry, but you actually pay in here, which is weird because the pay machine's outside. I'm like, yeah, that is weird because the pay machine is outside. And the second I put a coin in, it printed a ticket, even though I was going to put multiple coins in to get a longer ticket. But in the end, it doesn't matter. The fact is, I'm now a couple of minutes late. But thankfully, it's literally around the corner. I think. I need to try and find where 2 Todman is.
We are here.
It's hard to keep from losing your light. It's hard to keep from losing your light. But I can hear the rain outside is falling onto all these lives, whispering with its words. And it says light, delight, delight. Walks right out again, baby. Stop and knock, 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 knocking at my door. And on a slow boat to China I will be in the sea. When we get there we will see what will be on the slope. Boats in China I will be, and we will see when we get there what will be. Oh, Christine, my heart is yours. Can't tell anymore. Whoa, Christine, are we beginning to fall? I can't tell anymore. So I will go on waiting, on and on. I keep looking for the road from Shanghai to wherever I will go. While the earth shakes, shoes and breaks, and the walls that we build fall down and take its souls that we build. Fall down and say goodbye. the more than takes a man. Who am I to question when she does? Who am I to question when she does?
Oh man, what a cool gig. I know it's kind of selfish when you go to a concert or a show, but like you can't help but have your dream set list. And honestly, he played like 7 out of the 8 songs that are my absolute favourite. The only one he didn't play that's one of my favourites is the Climb the Fall, which he normally does play, that he admitted, but because he didn't have his piano he didn't play it. But as a treat, at his daughter's request, he played Oh Christina, which is another one of my favourites, which apparently he doesn't normally play. So that was, yeah, that was something special. No complaints, that was awesome. Anyway, I need to use Google Maps to figure out how to get home. Oh my goodness. Oh, I had planned to come home, clear some space on my phone, and then maybe do some uploading, record a proper outro to this video, but got distracted watching my recorded video clips for half an hour, and now it's well past bedtime. I haven't even made lunch yet for work tomorrow. Who needs lunch when you can breathe? Anyway, it was a fabulous show. Just really enjoyable. I'm too tired to culminate thoughts now, so next time I get a chance I will. Oh, sitting back on the old creaky chair. Alright, it's Sunday evening now. I got back from work, had a shower, feeling very tired. If I don't record something now, I won't get around to it. So, reflecting on last night's show was just... It was exactly what I hoped for, and so much more. Like, I just hoped for a nice chill evening, and it was... But it was also an energized evening as well, because Luke Thompson and the opening act, who... Hang on, let me just make sure I get the name right. Leilani, that's her name. They both just put on such an amazing show. Leilani, the opening act, was so incredible. And it's insane that she's a full-time lawyer and that this is like a hobby of hers that she's wanting to get into. She told a couple of stories while she was up there performing, and then afterwards I got to speak to her as well. And yeah, she put on an amazing performance. If I ever find her... She said she had like 1 song on YouTube, and if I ever find it, I will definitely link it in the description below. And then obviously Luke gets up, Luke Thompson, to play, and it's crazy seeing him now, because I've only ever seen him from far away. Yeah, like atop of the balcony when he opened for Passenger and on album covers. And you can tell that he's obviously much older than he was, you know, when the photos of the album covers were taken. And yeah, his voice is still like exactly the same as it sounds on the albums. It's incredible. And he even says like, oh yeah, my voice has changed over the last couple of years, but it's still just as awesome. And it's, I'm just gushing about how good it was. But no, it was a really, really good time. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I got to talk to, again, I spoke to Leilani afterwards, and as well as Luke, and he signed my 2 albums, which is very generous, very cool of him. You know, she had stories about how where I found the album and stuff. And he was kind enough to say, hey, I'll send you a couple of CD singles I've got lying around at home, which I think is really cool, because I am a CD collector, you know, if you couldn't tell. But yes, an absolutely wonderful night. Favourite tracks from Leilani have to be the Cheap Champagne and Made For. Those 2 songs were so good. Such a powerful voice. And of course Luke Thompson playing all my favourites. Slow Boat to China, From Shanghai to Wherever I Will Go. Like I said, didn't play the Climb the Fall, but did play Walls. Oh Christina, Leonardo's Dream, so many good ones. Now, I did not realise, I can't remember if I said this last night or not, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I didn't realise he released an album shortly after the 2020 lockdown. See, YouTube Music doesn't notify you, even if you're subscribed to an artist. The songs show up, but it doesn't come up under your recently uploaded sort of category, so I didn't realise that it was a full album. I thought there were just a couple of tracks on there, like From Shanghai to Wherever I Go and Adam and His Seed, like those sort of things. So I will link that below, definitely. Please give it a listen. I'm about to listen to it now. I'm really looking forward to it, because it's like... Well, yeah, I do kind of pride myself on, you know, keeping up to date with bands that I'm going to see, even if they are like small New Zealand bands and artists. Like when I go see like Pale Lady and Voodoo Blue and stuff, like I make sure to listen to them first so I know what songs I'm going to hear, sort of thing. Plus, you know, I can imagine it's always nice for a band or an artist to have someone singing along in the audience, or even just being like, hey, I really like the name of the song. It's like, oh wow, you actually listened to our stuff. So I feel bad that I didn't realise he had a whole album out. So I'm going to go listen to that now. I'm pretty sure that's all I have to say. It was just such an amazing evening. Really enjoyed myself. We'll definitely go see him again. I highly recommend, you know, just give him a follow on Instagram and stuff. If he ever does another tour, I recommend it, because, you know, really affordable tickets. Just go out, have a nice time, for the most part, it's a nice chill evening, but there's also a couple of songs that, you really, I mean, it was a mostly older crowd, but I was there, not quite headbanging, but man, when he plays Walls, that song is just, so good, so captivating. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks to Luke Thompson for putting on a great show, and Leilani for putting on a great opening act. It was a really, really great time, and I needed it because I'm so tired and so busy at the moment with life, so it was just really nice to have a nice quiet gig that was well worth it. I'm going to stop talking now. I just realised the lighting this is just going to be one of these videos where I've just got bad lighting the whole time. Oh man. It just makes me smile thinking about how awesome the gig was. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. What's the next one going to be? October. Yeah. 2 months time I'll be seeing Passenger live, so I'll see you next time for the Road to Passenger 2. Alright, I'll leave a couple of links. I'll leave some live footage links on screen, as well as the Road to Passenger, the first one where Luke Thompson opened for, just in case you're curious. Otherwise, yeah, have a great day, have a great week. If you actually watch this, I greatly appreciate it. Go follow Luke Thompson. Have a great day.
Dream, think, love and be loved, but hold nothing is safe, 'cause all of these worlds will eventually fall away.